Some artists chase global relevance, some are born carrying it. This is the story of Burna Boy, an artist who turned heritage into sound and sound into a global superpower. Damini Ebunoluwa Ogulu was born on July 2, 1991 in Port Harcourt, River State. His early environment blended structure and culture. His mother, Bose Ogulu, was a language translator. His father ran a welding business, but the deeper musical inheritance came from his maternal grandfather, Benson Idonije, who once managed Fela Kuti. This connection did not hand him fame, it handed him confidence. Afrobeat was already a part of his family legacy. As a teenager, he began making beats on FL Studio, not in major studios, but in his bedroom, experimenting on his laptop, listening, and building up his sound gradually. Taking it back to his early days, Burna Boy attended Corona Secondary School in Ogun State before relocating to the United Kingdom for higher education. There, he studied media technology at the University of Sussex and media communications at Oxford Brookes University. This period sharpened his understanding of sound engineering, visual culture, and global media systems. He later returned to Nigeria and interned at Rhythm 93.7 FM in Port Harcourt. Radio taught him structure, and the Nigerian music industry taught him speed. By the time he moved to Lagos to pursue music full-time, he understood both sound and strategy. In 2012, Like to Party introduced Burna Boy to the Nigerian mainstream. His debut album Life followed, performing strongly and marking him as a rising talent. But early recognition did not come with stability. Industry politics, management conflicts, and creative constraints soon followed. By 2014, he walked away from his label. For many young artists, this would have meant permanent disappearance. But for Burna Boy, it became a declaration. In 2015, he founded Spaceship Entertainment. This meant he would control his sound, his image, and his narrative. Yet, independence came at a cost. Without major backing, progress slowed, releases were smaller, and his visibility dimmed. But beneath the surface, something was forming for him. A clearer identity, and a more deliberate vision. At a time when Afrobeats leaned heavily toward dance floor simplicity, Burna Boy's music was heavier, rooted, and reflective. Reggae bass lines, Afrobeat structures, and political consciousness, a baritone voice that refused to mimic prevailing trends. The industry did not know how to place him, but they had no choice but to adjust to his authentic sound. The turning point arrived in 2018 with his album Outside. The single Yay spread across Nigeria and beyond, not simply as a hit, but as a cultural moment. Outside announced that Burna Boy had stopped seeking acceptance. He was building his own lane. Shortly after, his partnership with Atlantic Records positioned him globally. But now as an artist, already fully formed and not manufactured. The climb from there was steady, strategic, and irreversible. Burna Boy's sound is best described as architecture rather than genre. He calls it Afrofusion, a deliberate blend of Afrobeat, reggae, dancehall, hip-hop, R&B, and traditional African rhythm. It is modern but ancestral, very global but unmistakably African. He moves fluidly between English, Yoruba, and Nigerian Pidgin. Lyrically, his music expands the emotional bandwidth of Afrobeats. He writes about ambition and vulnerability, pride and pain, colonial history, and modern survival. Albums like African Giant, Twice as Tall, Love Damini, and I Told Them are not collections of singles. They are narrative bodies of work, cultural records capturing how Africa speaks to itself and to the world. In doing this, he reshaped global perception of Afrobeats. No longer only party music, no longer niche. He demonstrated that African music could carry protest, memory, introspection, and global ambition without losing dance, rhythm, or joy. He expanded the genre's purpose while maintaining its pulse. Nobody imagined how far his sound would travel. Today, his trophy shelf tells a story of how African music moved from local playlists to the world's biggest stages. He won a Grammy for his album Twice as Tall, becoming the first Nigerian artist to ever win a Grammy in an album category. That moment wasn't just about him. It was a win for African music as a whole. And it wasn't a one-time moment either. He has received over 13 Grammy nominations across different years, proving his presence isn't accidental. International award shows took notice. BET named him Best International Act 4 times. MOBO Awards crowned him Best African Music Act and Best International Act multiple times. MTV Europe Music Awards honored him twice as Best African Act. Slowly but surely, African music stopped being a side category and became part of the main conversation. Back home and across Africa, the recognition kept coming. Afrima, the Headies, and Sound City MVP Awards have all celebrated him as Artist of the Year, Best Album, and Best International Achievement. These wins showed that while the world was discovering him, Africa had already claimed him. He has also picked up awards from global music institutions like NME, iHeartRadio, BMI London, and Foresight Music Videos Awards. Different countries, different cultures, same conclusion. His music connects. Beyond awards, his impact earned him national honors. In 2020, he was awarded the Member of the Order of the Federal Republic, one of Nigeria's highest recognitions for cultural contribution. River State in Nigeria also honored him with a Distinguished Service Star for representing his roots proudly on global platforms. Global institutions have also acknowledged his influence. Rolling Stone, the New York Times, BBC, Pitchfork, and CNN. Yet his legacy is not defined by press recognition. It is defined by the artist who now believes global stages are not invitations to request, but spaces to occupy. But some achievements can't be framed and hung on a wall. Burna Boy became the first African artist to sell out major arenas in Europe and North America, the first to headline Wembley Arena, the first to sell out stadium shows in the United States. That means thousands of people from different countries and backgrounds buying tickets just to hear African music live. So now you know, Burna Boy, he didn't ask the world to understand African sound. He made it impossible to ignore. This is Burna Boy, and he is a part of the Afrobeats movement.